Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Matt L, and the forex market is about to get very interesting as we move into the new week. This Friday, there was some really big headline news regarding the COVID situation across Europe, and all of that to say lockdowns are starting to be implemented again, and this is going to have a huge impact on equities, which will then translate into a very large impact on the forex market. So I want to go over a couple of things that we need to keep in mind as we start to navigate this situation and how we can potentially try and profit from it. So first off, we have the headline here: Austria reimposes full lockdown, vows penalties. So Austria is going into a 20 or so a day lockdown, and they're saying that all of their citizens need to be vaccinated by February. So very interesting there. Germany is also in a little bit of a difficult situation as well. Germany's vaccination rate is about 70%, whereas Austria is only about 40% or so. And it said here that Germany may follow suit, sending shivers through financial markets worried about the economic fallout. If we go over to Forex Live, this is what we saw on Friday. The pandemic isn't over. We got a reminder from Austria, and the virus situation in Germany is worsening. So the question is, how many European countries are going to enter a lockdown? How long will the lockdown be for? And what is the ripple effect and the extending impact that is going to have on other countries beyond just Europe? In other words, Asia has been a leading indicator for Europe, and Europe has been a leading indicator for North America regarding what happens with lockdowns and the COVID situation as a whole. So all of that to say, is Canada, is the United States going to have to lock down again? The States is a little bit of a unique country in the sense that there has yet to be any kind of global lockdown. I don't see that happening whatsoever. It's more of a state by state basis. California could lock down, but I definitely don't see Texas or Florida doing anything like that. Canada, however, we have had federal lockdown, at least across the country. We have lockdown, even though it may have been at the provincial level. What's going to be critical to watch is the vaccination rates and whether or not those countries with higher vaccination rates are going to enter lockdown. Austria, there's been a lot of people skeptical regarding the vaccine. Only about 45% of citizens have taken the vaccine. Germany is much higher, 70%. That is still pretty substantial. It's millions and millions of people, and they may enter lockdown. So if Germany does come out next week and enters a lockdown or talks about entering a lockdown, that's going to be absolutely critical, because Canada is well over 90% vaccinated. We're one of the most vaccinated countries in the world. But if Germany's locking down, that is going to be potentially a really strong indicator that Canada could follow suit. You know, case numbers are rising, but deaths are not rising, which we can see here. This is Macrodesiac, and they do have a few charts here regarding this one here is the change in case count. So United Kingdom isn't November. United Kingdom, it looks like things might be improving slightly. They're not at the worst, but Germany is definitely having a big spike, which we can see right here. But they do go, these are confirmed cases, so yes, confirmed cases are going up. But what I'm trying to find is that the deaths, the fatalities, exactly. These are fatalities per 100,000 people over the last 2 weeks. These are nowhere near the deaths that we were seeing at the beginning of COVID in March of 2020. So deaths are not rising. The concern, of course, is that hospitals will be overrun. But really, we want to talk about and think about how this is going to impact markets. So if we were to go way back to when COVID first hit, monthly chart would probably be the best. This monthly candle, I'm seeing it for the first time now, is not looking very good for the stocks. This is 2020, so as you can see, February, March, we got an absolutely massive correction here. And of course, how we bounced back, everybody is very familiar. I don't think this is going to happen, okay? I want to make that clear. I don't think we're going to see a drop of this size, but if we do see global lockdowns, that is going to slow down the economy, the global economy. There could be continued supply chain issues that we need to solve, or that's going to be at the forefront of market. So we need to keep an eye on stocks. a brief overview of how this will impact currencies. Ultimately, if we are going to see lockdowns across the world, it's going to be a strong risk-off sentiment. So keep an eye on stocks to see how they're reacting. This is Friday, and we are down 0.5%. So we have seen a drop in stocks. If we see a drop in stocks, we're going to see a stronger yen, probably a stronger US dollar, and a stronger, I wouldn't necessarily say a stronger euro, but definitely a weaker Aussie and a weaker New Zealand dollar. I think the trade to look out for is going to be euro yen. Now this is something that I haven't traded in a while, but as we can see, we've had a nice drop. This is a pretty clear triple bottom, so we're going to want to break that level. But it all depends on the lockdown. So really that's what I want you guys to take from this. Things could get a little bit rocky. So keep your eyes on the headlines, and especially keep your eyes on stocks. Stocks are going to move first, and then currencies will follow suit. So the yen is going to be a safe haven. Pound yen will drop, euro yen will drop, US dollar will go up, and Australian and New Zealand dollars will struggle as well. So that is the headline, a riled up market. So keep your eyes out for this next week. I think it's going to be the headline, and hopefully we can profit from it. It's just about adapting to the situation and really figuring out what the lockdowns are, what kind of lockdowns we're going to see. So that is it for this video. Going to be a very exciting week. Stay safe out there. If you're still here, you have my gratitude. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.